Weeks ago, a health scare over a possible case of Ebola at Southwestern College left over 50 students quarantined. Although there was never a case of Ebola on campus, the administration and police department look back on how the event was handled as a learning experience.
Well, a couple of things. First, what we learned being the first potential Ebola case on a community college campus in California or San Diego is that we learned that we have an opportunity working with the San Diego County Department of Health to develop jointly what would be a best practice if you really do have what proves to be a student or staff member exhibiting Ebola symptoms.
The school also notes that a problem like Ebola on campus is not something they were prepared for, but was handled well given the situation.
Well, through emergency preparedness, you try to have a set plan to deal with emergencies. Everything is going to be different, okay? And if anyone goes, well, where's the specific plan for Ebola? Okay, that's almost going like, okay, we got to have a specific plan for every single thing. Well, what's your specific plan for, a fly infestation? The bottom line is you take every situation, you have a particular response, whether it be an active shooter, earthquake, fire, infectious disease. You have to get there, find out what you have. Then what you got to do is kind of contain whatever the situation is.
Working on coordinating communication among school officials and students is important, since lapses in reliable information during the event was a main concern.
Well, there's a couple of things. I would say first, looking at everything that was done, I have to really applaud what was done. It took about 90 minutes or so for us to start getting the message out. And remember, we need to get the facts out. So we're always going to be a bit delayed because we're trying to confirm facts. You understand that. You do the same in journalism. Before you go out and report a story, you want to get your facts straight.
There's two things that really occur. There's the facts of the incident, and then there's social media, what everyone's just putting out there. You're never going to get ahead of social media, and so you don't try to really contend with it. With iPhones and everything else, information just flows, whether it's correct or incorrect.
When asked why Chief Cash handled most of the press, Nish said it was because of his familiarity with the situation.
I left my meeting early from National City as I was seeing through social media the situation developing, but also through emails coming from my staff, so I immediately returned. However, the chief was here already, and he had assumed the lead role, and it had already been determined from my understanding that he was going to be addressing the media. So rather than recreate the plan and create confusion, I felt very confident, okay, you've got a plan in place, let's follow the plan.
New plans and drills, as well as equipment and training, are being put in place to allow school personnel to better handle situations that may spring up without warning.
Oh yes, in fact, we're going to have some surprise drills that none of us will know about. That's another thing I learned, is that you're always going to hone your response to an emergency better if you don't know that it's a drill. So that's going to be part of our new drilling procedure, is that we'll have drills, but none of the team is going to know, at least not for the initial part when we get our EOC up and start reacting and handling the emergency. So yes, we have been drilling. We've had several drills, and we will continue doing that.
Although community outreach was not part of their original protocol, the school says it is something they will look into in the future.
We can only do so much as far as outreach. My first is to do outreach to our students, faculty, and staff. I've already met with one dean and their chairs. They asked me to come to talk about what happened. We had a good half an hour discussion about that. I've told the other deans that I'm open to meeting with them and their chairs. Okay, there's no way I can meet with everybody, but I told them I'll meet with them and their chairs. If they want to discuss everything, the ASO, social VP, I think, has contacted me. We're looking to put something that's called Coffee with the Chief. So they're going to have, I think it's going to be at one of the college hours. They're going to set up, and I'll be there for people to come by and ask questions.
For the Southwestern College Sun, I'm Adrian Gomez.